guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Cathrin, the creator of The Content Bug, and I'm here to help you follow your passion by growing your audience online. Today we're going to be talking all about SEO or search engine optimization. If you are new to search engine optimization, basically what it is, it's strategies that you can implement within your website to help it appear higher in Google or so that you can be found on Google in a Google search. And SEO also relates to Pinterest because Pinterest is a search engine as well, but I'm specifically going to be talking about Google SEO in this video, mainly search engines beside Pinterest, if that makes sense. So I want to share some tips with you, some tools that you can use to check out how your SEO is doing, whether you've just got started with SEO, maybe you haven't even done anything yet and you just want to see how do I get started, or maybe you've been doing SEO on your website for a while and you're just not sure how it's really working. I want to share some tips with you and some tools that you can start using, even if you're a beginner, if you have no idea what you're doing, or if you're more advanced. I've got some more advanced tools for you. And I want to talk specifically about WordPress websites, but I am going to be talking about the tools that you can use for every website as well. So I think that's enough explanation. Let's go ahead and get into the video. If you've been following my blog for a while, or maybe you have some of my paid products like the Blog Hustler, the Blog Buzz Bundle, even the TCB Vault, even here on my YouTube channel, I shot a video all about Google Search Console and the importance of Google Search Console, why you need it. It's basically the bare bones. It is the foundation of your SEO strategy. If you do not have Google Search Console set up, that's really where you need to get started. And that's the first tool that you can use to check out how your SEO is doing. Within Google Search Console, basically you're telling Google that your website exists. You upload your sitemaps, you get your website verified, you upload your robots.txt file, and you are good to go. From there, you can see if your pages are actually being indexed. So if the little Google robot has gone through your site, crawled your site, and then indexed your pages so that they're actually appearing in Google search, you can see if you're getting clicks, if you're getting impressions. All of those statistics are within Google Search Console. So you really need to make sure that you have that set up and then check to see if those things are done. If your pages are not getting indexed, it takes a little bit of time at the beginning, but you should notice that your pages are being indexed. So if they're not, then that's probably a reason why you're not getting clicks to your website from Google. And if you notice that maybe you're getting impressions from Google, but you're not getting clicks, and if you look at your position and you're not that high, it just means that you really need to work a little bit on your SEO strategy. Maybe you need to build your brand authority. Maybe you need to create better content, or maybe you just need to wait and it's going to take time to build up that presence on Google, to build that authority with Google. Take a look at your pages being indexed and take a look at the clicks on your website. Even if you're getting 10 clicks to your website a week, that is good. Keep building out your content, building out the pages on your website, and you will notice that that will increase over time. If you know anything about SEO, then you probably know that the site speed of your website, so how fast it loads, is a ranking factor. It is a factor that Google runs through its long algorithm to determine how your website is going to appear or where it is going to appear in search. So the site speed of your website as well as the mobile ability. All websites need to be mobile friendly. If you've ever gone to a website on your phone that is not mobile friendly and you get the desktop version and you have to pinch in and in to see what you're looking for, I feel like whenever I run into a website like that, I immediately jump off because I do not want to waste my time trying to find what I need when I'm on the desktop version on my phone. And Google realizes that, and they want to make things easier for their users. So if your website is not mobile friendly, then it's not going to rank in mobile search. So you need to make sure that your website's mobile friendly. These days, it's basically automatically done for you. If you have a WordPress website, it's basically done for you. It's pretty common these days, but it's still something important to check. So the next tool that you can use is Test My Site with Google. And what this is going to do, it's going to test your website to make sure that your website is mobile friendly, and it's going to see how the site speed is performing on mobile. So I do have another resource for you to check out your site speed is doing on your desktop, but for mobile, this is a really great resource, and it's just kind of a beginner's tool. It's pretty straightforward. They give you an analysis, and then they give you a few areas that you can improve if you want to improve your site speed. The third tool you can use gets a bit more advanced, and this is one that I actually learned when I was working in the digital marketing industry. Basically, all of these I learned in the digital marketing industry, but you get the point, and this is the SEO site checkup. It is a website. You get one free search a day, so make sure that you type in your URL properly the first time. Go to SEO site checkup, type in your URL, and it will come up with an analysis. I actually printed out my analysis, and it just goes through and it gives you a score, whatever it is, out of 100. It gives a few colors, so it could be red, yellow, or it's like orangish or green. You want to try to be in the green range. I have seen websites that have a 20 score, that have a 40 score. My website, just to be real with you guys, I have an 88 score on SEO site checkup. But the few things that you want to look for, you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of those failed checks. Right now, I have 6 failed checks, and they are definitely things that I could improve, but things that I am not so worried about right now. You just want to make sure that you don't have a ton of those failed checks, but take a look at those, see what they are. If they don't make any sense to you, maybe do a little bit of research and see how you can improve on them. But some of the things that I would pay attention to is your meta title text. You want to make sure that your meta title is appearing properly, and that's basically the title of your website. You want to make sure that you have meta description. So the second test is the meta description text. You want to make sure that your heading tags are working. So your heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 tags, you should be using those on your website. I know I've talked about them in another video before, but heading tags are important to help organize your content for Google to go through and see the main points of your content to make sure that they back up what the title is. And then the last 2 things that you really want to check are to make sure that your robots.txt file is working and that your sitemaps are working. You can also take a look at the broken links and make sure that you don't have a lot of broken links on your website. If you do have broken links, you can easily fix them. I do have a plugin recommendation for you. I think it's just called Broken Link Checker, but I'll add the text right here for you guys. So definitely check that out if you have a WordPress website. Otherwise, that's really what you need to pay attention to with the SEO site checkup. If you have any further questions on that, leave a comment in the comment section down below. But what I recommend to you is just doing a simple Google search, see if you can fix it. There are some things that are definitely going to be beyond your reach when it comes to your SEO, especially if you are a beginner, especially if you are doing it yourself. So try to worry about the little things that I just touched upon there and do what you can to improve your SEO. That's really all that you can do. And then the last thing you want to check when it comes to finding out how your SEO is really doing is if you have a WordPress website. This is for all those WordPress owners, is to look at the Yoast SEO plugin and make sure that you're filling that out every single time you publish a blog post, you launch a new page. You need to make sure that you are checking that and that you are filling that out. Basically what that does, it's the section within WordPress that allows you to write your meta description. So the description that appears when you appear in Google search, you know how it comes up with the title, it comes up with the URL, and then it gives a little description, a little snippet there. If you don't fill out that information, it's just going to draw the snippet from the first paragraph of content on that page. So you want to make sure that you are filling that out every single time, and that's done in the Yoast SEO section, as well as putting in the keyword for that blog post or for that page. Once all of that is filled out, then it will come up with a score. It will either give you a red, an orangey yellow, or it will give you green. You really want to shoot for green, but realize that sometimes if you have a yellow or if you have a red, you can look at the analysis and see where you can improve. Now, I've got to admit, some of the things in my opinion are a bit petty. Like one of the things that they want is the keyword to appear in the first paragraph of content. I get that. It's important to have your keywords in the content, and I recommend that you have it at least 3 times throughout the content, but sometimes if it's not in the first paragraph, because for me, the first paragraph could be 1 sentence, and if it's not in that sentence, I'm not that worried as long as it's included in just the first chunk of content somewhere up in the beginning. I'm not worried about it. As well as they come up with a percentage of how often your keyword should appear. I like to use a wide variety of like the one keyword that I'm going after, so I like to use different variations of it. So if I include that specific keyword 3 times in the content, and then I include some variations, and let's say it's like a 3,000 word blog post, it may not be the percentage that Yoast SEO is looking for, but that's okay because I know those keywords are in there. So if you're not including your keywords at all in your content, that's something that you definitely need to improve. But if you're including variations of that keyword and the content is really, really long, I wouldn't worry about it so much. Some of the things I would worry about is having the keyword in the title, having the keyword in the meta description, having the keyword in your slug or your URL, having the keyword in your heading tags, maybe even in your alt text on your images, as well as the title of your images. And there's some other things that you can really pay attention to in the Yoast analysis. But if you are coming up with a bad SEO score, that's the first thing that you can look at is the Yoast analysis and work on improving some of those things. If you can't get out of that orange score section, like if you have 3 things that are still wrong and you can't seem to get out of it, that's okay every now and then, but I would say try to shoot for that green score because it's just going to help your SEO. So that is it with the tools that I have for you to check on how your SEO is doing. If you have more SEO questions for me, I want to shoot more SEO videos here in the future. So if you have specific questions or videos that you are looking for, please leave me a comment down below and I will definitely create those videos for you guys. Otherwise, that is it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys back here in another video very soon. Bye guys.